morning, Central Texas. Welcome to KISS Community Connections, 103.1 KISS FM. I'm Phyllis Jones, your host for this morning. You know, we had a great guest. I met him last week, and he didn't know he'd be here this week. But if everybody knows me, if I meet you and you got something interesting going on, something good for the community, you're coming on the show. So he's gratefully said, yes, I'll be there. And he's here. He's going to talk to us. And his name is Tony. And he's going to talk about the Annihilation walk and run. So we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But before we talk about that, you know, we have an upcoming election coming up in November 8th to be exact. And you know what? There's some things that we need to know and we need to understand about our upcoming election. First of all, you know, early voting is starting in October, and we need to get ready to early vote. I advise everybody to early vote. I really do, because when you early vote, you get all that out of the way. You don't have to wait in lines. You know, there's no problems, no issues. You're safely and you're fine. And also, your requirements have changed. You do know that the Texas voter ID bill was overturned by the courts. So we no longer have the voter ID bill where you got to show all these IDs and everything to vote. However, you do have to show some ID when you go to vote. So you need to, right now, as we're talking, this minute, you need to go find your voter registration card, put it in your wallet, your purse, wherever you can get it at. Go put your voter registration card there, and make sure you have it with you. So when you go vote, you have it. Don't go in there and say, I left everything at home. Now, if you do decide to say that, if you do decide to forget everything that you normally bring with you as ID, you'll be able to sign a waiver. It's an oath. It's a form you'll fill out to swear that you are a registered voter, and to swear that you are who you are. Yes, our Attorney General did insert that into our voting. That was thrown in, and we're stuck with it, so we can't do anything about it. But you'll have to sign that, and if it found that you're not a registered voter and who you say you are, you will be prosecuted. So yes, that's new. Never happened before. So pay attention to it, but bring your ID with you. Your early voting dates are October 24th to November 4th. Election day is November 8th. Please make sure that you early vote. You can take a cheat sheet to the polls with you. If they say you can't, you really can. You can bring a paper with you, who you're going to vote for in there, but you can't pass it to anybody. So, you know, don't go vote and pass it to the person behind you and tell them who to vote for. Don't do that. You can't do that. And for those of you who say my vote doesn't count, well, let's see. If Texas, North, South Carolina, all these different states are fighting to keep you from voting, that means that your vote does count. Because if our vote did not count, they wouldn't be wasting their time trying to fight us and make sure we don't. So for those of you, like I said, who say our vote don't count, then explain to me why they're fighting to keep you from voting. Explain why our Attorney General didn't just accept that the voter ID bill got overturned, that he's trying to now throw a couple other rules into the plan if your vote did not count. North and South Carolina wouldn't be trying to break the law and losing people's voter registration cards if your vote was not important. So, and the last day to register to vote is October 11th. That's your last day to register to vote. So please do so. You have a right to vote. You have a voice. You need to vote. If you care about how things are, vote. If you love the way things are going right now, vote anyway. But that's your voice. Your vote does count. Take somebody with you. Especially young people, make sure they go with you to vote. Take your kids with you so they can learn how and the importance of voting. Take a cheat sheet with you so that you can remember who you're voting for. And the sample ballot, you can go online and see what the sample ballot is in whatever county you live in, so you can see what's on the ballot that you're voting for before you get there. It's always good to know, to see it. You can print it out and you can check it off and come in and transfer those same check marks onto a regular ballot. So that's my soapbox about voting. It's a right that we have, and we shouldn't just kick it aside and pretend that it doesn't exist. So now we're going to move on. Good morning, Tony. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Good, good, good. So the Annihilation Walk. You know, when I saw your sign, I didn't see the rest of it. I just saw Annihilation, and my thing was, what the heck is he going to be doing? So I read the rest of it. And can you explain what the Annihilation Walk and Run is?
Well, yeah, that's a very familiar sentiment. When most people see the Texas Annihilator 5K, they instantly think like, wow, this is going to be an incredibly tough race, and
Yes.
what is it going to annihilate? But as you see my shirt, that we're going to make sure we get you one of these shirts. It's called the Annihilator of Childhood Cancer. My son, Braden, and I founded this company organization back in 2013 with the intent of helping children with childhood cancer, helping the family members and the children with childhood cancer. So the catalyst for this was, we went to St. Jude Children's Hospital there in Memphis, Tennessee, and he was able to see the work that Danny Thomas and all of those great doctors and scientists and nurses were doing to help those children. And he was so touched by it. He said, "Dad, we got to help." So he and I had run 5Ks together and did walks together and stuff before. He was like, "Why don't we do one together?" So after me running about 100 half marathons and full marathons and 5Ks and 10Ks, I said, yeah, let's do it. So we planned this. I went to some friends and business partners there in Mississippi, south of Memphis, and we did our first one. It was a great race there. And then when I got stationed here for Hood, it was just great to do it here. And so we partnered with McLane's Children's Hospital and said, hey, let's do the 5K here.
Cool. What made you pick childhood cancer?
Well,
or cancer, and what of all the things that our kids and adults, and suffer with, especially our kids, with all the other illnesses, that plague our kids, what made you pick childhood cancer?
Well, we didn't just pick childhood cancer. To be honest with you, we have multiple things that we do throughout the year. We do an Empowering Our Sons workshop where we take specifically inner city youth and we show them decision-making skills from the things that I've learned as a military officer and as an attorney. We go through how you make better decisions, and we give them a systematic decision-making tree on every part of their life, right, showing them the consequences if they make certain decisions and how to get back on track if they've made some poor decisions. But we try to encourage them to make the positive decision. It may not be the popular one, but it may be the one that saves your life or gives you an opportunity for economic freedom later on in your life. So we don't just do this charity, but this is the one that's near and dear to our heart because we don't believe children deserve cancer.
True.
Cancer is just wrong from, a baby perspective. And God bless us, we're blessed. Just had a new baby 8 weeks ago, and we don't have, right now we don't have it, but that mutation lives inside of all of us,
right,
and any one of us could have cancer at any moment. It's irrespective of the color of your skin, the gender, your politics, whatever. Cancer can be in any of us. From what the studies show, it could be based on our diet. It could be based on some of these things that they're putting in our foods. And so because irrespective of how it comes,
right,
when it comes, the family has to fight. And they could use any leg up. And so we have one of our themes is run a mile or more in the shoes of the children and family members that are experiencing childhood cancer. And what can we do to help them? Because it could be us.
That's true. That's very true. So when you do the run, where does the proceeds go to? Because everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
When you do anything, and you're doing it for in an organization, and you're doing it for, like you said, childhood cancer, people always want to know, quote unquote, where's the money going? So,
that's an incredible question, and we're really excited to answer it. 100%, 100% goes to McLane's Children's Hospital. 100%, every single penny. We're lucky enough to have an incredible sponsor called Ashley Furniture of Killeen, Ashley Furniture, home store of Killeen Furniture, and that amazing family, Miss Sandra and Deborah. If you think about how how incredible that family is to be able to sponsor this race, pay for the T-shirts, you know, and allow our costs to be low so everything can go to the Children's Hospital. Okay, you're going to pay for some brats, you know, from Texas barbecue and stuff that we'll have at the end of the race.
Right,
but other than that, 100% goes to Children's Hospital. And that's what, we're not doing any of this, 10% from marketing fee and $5 for this. We're not doing that. And anybody want to ever donate, they can. They can donate to us and help us donate more to the Children's Hospital, or they can donate directly to the McLane's Children's Foundation. But we love them to come out. All of your many listeners in the great Bell County to come out and see the work that we're doing. Again, 100% goes to the Children's Hospital. And they'll be their CEO, in fact, of the McLane's Children's Hospital, has run our race the last 2 years. He'll be there this year running it again. So the foundation will be there, and they can prove with the big check that you'll see that 100% goes to them.
So they can also walk. People can also come and walk it.
Yes, that's the great thing. Yes, ma'am. Ms. Jones, that's the great thing about our race is that we've set it up where it's two events. It's a run and a walk. Okay. So the walkers can win. We have winners in the walking division. So if you say, I can't run a race called the Annihilator, you can walk a race called the Annihilator Childhood Cancer. Right. And you can walk that race. And we have winners in running and walking, male and female divisions. So you have 18 and under, 19 to 39, 40 to 49, and 50 and above. And you can, male or female, win in your division in those categories. And you get a plaque and a medal, and it's awesome. But again, you're doing some amazing stuff to fight childhood cancer. We have these cool T-shirts in various colors. Right. It's going to be so much fun. And free Texas barbecue at the end.
I don't know about the free Texas barbecue.
We'll grill some vegetables for you.
You know, I was I studied Dr. Sebi. Okay. Dr. Sebi he passed away a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, he was all about health and what we eat. And he told you, if you can go to study him and you'll see what he was saying. But he said what foods and how we getting these illnesses that we lately all of a sudden have. Because, you know, years ago you didn't hear about cancer. You didn't hear about all these things that we have now until as of late. Well, he's placing some of those illnesses that we now have on our foods, and our foods being modified. Yeah, which means we're getting pesticides.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely not trained as a doctor or an herbalist, but I'm school trained as a lawyer. So I normally have the law perspective on most things. But if you look at the great work that they're doing over at McLane's Children's Hospital, one of their paths to victory over cancer is the diet. Yes, they use they have registered dietitians and nutritionists that worked in conjunction with the doctors and the other scientists and nurses, and they develop food plans to help fight this, because instead of feeding the cancer, they want to starve the cancer and get rid of it. So I think that doctor may be on to something. While I haven't read his work, I think he may be on to something. But I think the work that they do over at McLane's Children, again, it's great in that they're able to come up with a nutrition plan that helps the patients and probably help the parents too, if they can help counter the effects of this stuff and give them more energy to help fight cancer with all of the resources they have to fight it.
And also the diets they develop for the kids, maybe the families can
take
on that same.
Yeah. If you're cooking that for the kid, you're probably eating it as well.
Yeah, that's what I said, because you don't know about, just because the kid has it doesn't mean that the rest of the family does not.
Yes,
they just might mean they haven't been diagnosed.
It hadn't been triggered, or it hadn't mutated to the level. Yes, ma'am.
So maybe the family can take on that same diet that the kids are having in the hospital and use it at home, because cancer is something that it doesn't have any friends
at all. It's not Republican or Democrat.
No, it's not. It doesn't even do any meeny miny mo. It gets, I got you.
Yes, ma'am.
And it takes you, and it is it's bad seeing anybody suffer, but it's worse watching a child suffer.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll say that because I work with special needs kids.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, so we see them in all kind of ways, and you know, you look at them, you go, just why? You know, you look at them, you go, so why? And they are, and I'm the kids with cancer too. They're the toughest little people around. They're
the toughest. They're the most bravest. You know, thank you for what you do with special needs kids, and as my mother says, all of her children are special needs kids. We all have some special need that we need to come to her with. So, you know, so I thank you for what you do. But you're right. That's what inspired my son when he saw how brave these kids were when they were going through some traumatic treatments. I mean, these treatments are really challenging. And to see them lose their hair, and you know, we've done Operation Bald Eagle, where we cut our head bald,
right?
In solidarity with these kids, but they're relentless and resilient toward, you know, it's going to be okay. They're calming. I've watched cancer kids calm their parents down,
right? Yeah,
you know, and be a source of inspiration for us all. So, you know, the great work that they do at McLane's Children's Hospital, having Ashley Furniture to underwrite this thing. It's incredible, and we're just so proud to be members of the Bell County community, which is a massive community. Killeen being 160,000 people. Carpers Cove is just a near and dear sweetheart of a jewel town. I just love it. I've come here a couple of times. I now drive here just for my Starbucks because everybody's so nice.
He didn't say Starbucks.
I'm so sorry. I was right there for my coffee. and so I'm gonna have to try this Bob Marley coffee and tell him about off the air. And so I'm just so excited to be part of this community and watching how hard the people here work. And I know they're going to come out for this fun race. It's going to be fun. Don't think the Annihilator, you're going to be hurting so bad from the race. It's going to be a lot of fun. Runners and walkers, please come out.
Okay, I don't run. I'm not a runner.
But you can walk with us.
But you know what? I'm the high cardio exercise dance person.
Oh,
that would be me.
Now we're gonna have a warm up.
Now that would be, I'm that person.
We have one of our we have two sponsors, right? We have In All Fitness. That's this, you know, this young lady named Amber Nikki Williams, and then we have the Gladiators. They're another you know, kind of personal training workout group. Those guys are gonna come out and warm up everybody. So come out there with your workout clothes. Come out there with your workout clothes and do some warm-ups with us. Just being out there to have fun and solidarity and bringing awareness about childhood cancer. This, you know, September is the month of childhood cancer awareness, and so we try to get everybody to go gold. That's why we use gold as our colors on the with the Annihilator projected on those shirts. It's just going to be so much fun, you know. And it's, of course, this is our last year in Killeen. We're moving the race to Houston. And I just wanted to just
wait, hold on. We gotta discuss this.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm speaking for the city of Killeen and Carpers Cove, because y'all gonna now hear me beat them down. How you gonna take something away from us that's going so well?
Well,
y'all heard me, right?
Look, Ms. Jones, I think you have it. I think
so. Now I'm gonna put him against the wall. I'm gonna take his law degree and put all that against the wall. Okay, how you taking something that works and so well away from us?
You know, it's much as liberation, and we're gonna do one in Houston. Let's just say that the jury's still out. We're trying to see if we can do the duality. Our goal is to try. We're working hard, but right now, we need more sponsors to come out and support us to be able to have two races. You know, if we can get the sponsors to say, hey, we'll buy in and we'll make sure that you can do the race again here this year, then we're willing to come back in 2017.
Okay. Are you gonna challenge me with that help?
Yes, ma'am. I
got you.
If 103.1.
No, we're gonna talk off. We're gonna talk off. I got you on that. Okay, I got you on that.
Now that's what we need. That's what I like to hear.
I love a challenge. You got okay. So next year's gonna be here in Killeen. I don't know what no mean. I don't know what I'll try mean. I don't know those words. No one ever taught me the definition. I don't believe in those words. Okay, now.
Now, I'm willing to allow my mind to be changed, Miss Jones, by you, and we'll come back on the air and announce it together if you're able to meet those conditions.
Oh, no, I could do that.
Okay, now so the challenge is in your hand.
I'm a can-do. It's already done. I'm a can-do.
Okay, that's fantastic. But this year in 2016, on October the 1st, it will be the best race you've run in a long time if you're a big fan of 5Ks, and this will be the greatest race you've ever walked if you're a walker.
So what time do we have to be there, and where do we have to be? Well,
I'm going to be there at 5 a.m., so you don't have to be there at that time. My vendors will start showing up at 6 a.m., and then so we'll have a race day registration from 7 to 8. Okay. But the best way to pick up your packet, this is 100% online registration, because we're big on auditability. Well, someone can audit us later. We want you to be able to see it all.
Right.
So the packet pickup, as when you register, you'll see the packet pickup is at Ashley Furniture of Killeen on WS Young, the main branch there. And that's on September the 30th, Friday, September the 30th, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We'll stay to 6 if you need us to. Just call us. Our number's listed there, 737-333-0512 on the flyers and on the billboards throughout the city.
Okay.
And so on September the 30th, you pick up your packet, your T-shirt, registration, bib number, and all of that. And we get that out of the way. But on race day, from 7 to 8 on October the 1st, you can also do last-minute registrations, albeit more expensive. I tell you what we'll do. We'll do a promotional for you and your listeners on 103.1. Right now, if they go ahead while listening to this show, go ahead and register right now. They can use Ashley as a code. Instead of paying the $50, they could save $30 just because it's you, Miss Jones.
Okay.
And you're going to help bring us back next year.
Of course. Yes.
So they can save $30 right now and register for $20 if they use Ashley.
Okay.
They're listening on this show.
You all heard that.
103.1.
Okay.
They can use the word Ashley as a discount code and save $30.
All right. Y'all heard that, right? Y'all got that, right? Okay.
The runners and walkers.
I'll be there. I'll be part of the warm-up crew. I'll do the warm-up.
Oh, Miss Jones, you're hilarious.
Because I don't walk. I don't run. But I'm the cardio person.
Well, there you go.
I love that.
So we'll love to have you out there with that.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have it here next year. See, if you speak it into existence and it happens.
Well, you know what? I definitely believe in that. I'm going to claim it that this is going to happen next year after speaking with you.
That's it. Okay, so that's the only way we know to go.
Yes, ma'am.
Because whenever you say something, and I'm saying that because of this. In our area, people tend to do things once and twice and they leave.
Yes, ma'am.
After you build the momentum for people to come.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you drop it off.
Yes, ma'am.
Then what happens is the next person who comes along to do something, they're not going.
Precisely.
They're not going to go.
And that was the thing that we're so afraid of. And that was the hard thing about doing it that first year with St. Jude, me living here, trying to fly there to train people on how to get things done. While technology has increased our ability and me learning a lot more over the course of these years. You know, and I understand Bell County is a really Central Texas is a transient area, of course, with Fort Hood being here. It's a transient nature, and so people have these great ideas and great passions, and they start them, and then they leave the community empty when they're like, oh, well, I'm being transferred, so I'm taking my passionate energy with me. So that's why, but having somebody of your standing in the community and your brilliance, now I would love to partner with somebody with your energy, because that can have someone deeply rooted in the community. Then it has standing and legs and can last years and years and decades. And that's my goal. It's like 100 years from now, you know, I want my great grandchildren to be like, yes, our big cancer movement, we're going to defeat these things. And Lord says the same 100 years from now. We're saying, you remember they used to have those cancer races? We don't have cancer anymore.
There you go. It'd be like we used to have those.
We used to have those.
We did this to stop that. And to work with you, aside from doing the radio, I am the state education chair for the NAACP.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So the state's mine.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you for allowing me to be in your state.
So, and we have corporate advisors.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll help you tag all of them.
That's fantastic.
Because I know who they are.
That's wonderful.
So, I mean, I always say that we're 3 people away from any piece of information we need to know.
Yes, ma'am.
We just need to open our mouth.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we do. Because we say, no, you're not. But it's like, yes, you are. You just need to open your mouth and say, like you just said, this would be the last show. Like, well, stop.
Oh, good deal. Well, I'm a strong believer in Matthew 7:7, where it says, "Ask, seek, and knock." And so I've asked, I've seek, and now I'm knocking, and you're answering my questions. You're opening my eyes, and you're helping me open the door to staying in this community. So we're really excited about that.
Because, like I said, I was saying before, as I've said again, like I said, I've been here for a long time. I got here the day of the Luby's shooting. I was at the airport trying to figure out what Luby's was.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I had no clue. I said, but since then, I've saw a lot of things come that were great. And then you find out, you say, is this going to be annual? And they go, no, really? Okay, fine. Yeah. So my thing is, if it's not annual, then I'm not coming the first time.
Yeah. Well, we're 3 years in. This is our 3rd annual, so we're lucky that we know, because we're relentless and resilient toward things. Look, there's a ton of things happening on Earth. There's a ton of things happening in the United States. There's a ton of things happening in our own community. And if we could just put aside our differences on this day to come together for this moment and say, hey, look, I don't care what you look like. I don't care what your political affiliation, your religious affiliations are. This thing, fighting these babies, hindering these babies from having their full life, is something that I can stand up for. This is something that I can come together in unison and say, let's fight it together. But if we lift every voice and sing that this will not stand, then we can fight childhood cancer together.
When I first started working special ed, it was a little boy in our room. He had cancer. And he would come in every day looking like, oh, my God, wore out, right? Well, I'm the one that I don't like that. So, and I was like, I refuse to let him look like that every day. I was refusing.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody thought I was crazy, but I was refusing to allow him to look like, oh, my God, every day. He was a little boy, because at that time I worked with 9 and 10-year-olds.
Okay.
But I was refusing to let that happen. So he became my, I won't say project because he was a kid. Yes. He became the person I'm like, no, I'm going to see him smile if it kills me.
Yes, ma'am.
So I was like, he's bald. So I started buying a bunch of boys' crazy hats, just utterly crazy. They were the craziest hats ever on earth, but they were boys' hats. Yes. So every day he came and I gave him another hat. And then when he left, he'd leave it behind. He'd leave it. But every day I came in with another hat, and he kept looking at me. Just like, what is she? He did. He kept looking at me and looking at me. So after a while, we had a whole thing of hats. So he would start coming in, and he would look at me and go, no, yes. And it became a joke. He was like, no, I'm not going to put on the hat yet, you are. So one day I said, okay, don't put on the hat. So he went in there and found one of the hats to put it on and came back making faces at me. Yeah. Like, nah, right? I was like, I got you to smile. So he had other therapies. So I told them, they said, what are you doing to him? I said, why? They said, because he's got this whole new personality thing. I said, because I decided that he wasn't going to be looking the way he was looking coming to school. I decided it.
That's amazing.
I said, because I don't like that.
Yeah.
I said, I knew what he was going through, but I said, I knew what he was going through, but I couldn't feel it. Yeah. I said, but I knew that I decided he wasn't going to look like that.
And it isn't
talk about crazy hats.
Isn't it amazing how God sent you in his life to inspire him for some good energy that wasn't a therapy that those doctors had for him, but it was a therapy that you inflicted that God sent you to do. And I think that's remarkable. Yeah. How did it make you feel after you saw the progress?
Because I could see him laugh.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because all I wanted to do, everybody said, you want him to smile? No, I want him to laugh.
Yes.
I wanted it to become a new game. So with me every day he'd walk in, no.
Yes.
He would walk in, no. And I'd be like, okay, fine.
So imagine kids.
And then he would go get a hat, any old hat, and he would put it on. I'm like, oh my God, not that one. So it was a game between us, but he carried that over. When he had therapy, they started joking with him, what hat are you going to wear tomorrow? And so it became a whole little thing, a game. But it was just simple hat.
And that's what I'd love to do. I'd love to get you, Miss Jones, to go over and see the work that they do at McLane's Children's Hospital. Yeah. And they have similar stories to you from our first year. The proceeds that we raised, some of this medical equipment stuff is so expensive. Yeah. We were able to buy this really souped up recliner for grandmothers to sit in and rock their babies. So I mean, these things cost $5,000 and $6,000 to be able to buy something like this. But forever, it's there, and we put it there to help these kids, to inspire the grandparents to help out any way we can. Look, our dollar may not be the dollar that changes, but if we keep raising it, one of these dollars will. One of these dollars will inspire a doctor or a teacher or someone to help these kids. I'm telling you, and you said it best, if they can smile and laugh.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Like my kids can smile and laugh.
Yeah.
These kids got to go in chemo, radiation. And that's anything that we can do. And that's a remarkable story. And I'm more inspired now by listening to you. I'm glad I came here. That's remarkable.
But yeah, it was just, and I think we need to do. People need. Sometimes it is the big things, of course. You know, to change the child or to help them medically. But sometimes, like the hats, small.
Yeah.
Those hats didn't cost me much at all.
Yeah.
But the outcome of it was he had like 50 hats, and every day we played a game. And his mother would say, you know, he said he has to come to school today for a hat. What is that? So we explained it, and she goes, it's just, to her, she's like, just hat. No. We these are some crazy looking hats. I said, you could believe. She said, what? These are the most out of the world looking hats ever. I say, but to me and him, it became a bond between me and him.
Yes, ma'am.
That I say, and they transferred over to therapy. I transferred it to on our campus with everybody there. So whatever he went to see, everybody played the same. What kind of hat you gonna wear tomorrow? Or oh my God, you couldn't be wearing that one. You know, so it carried everywhere. Yeah. So he began to laugh, and I was like, shh, okay, next kid. But I will go to McLane's Hospital. Not before this because I'd be in Baltimore.
Okay.
After this.
Okay.
I'll go and visit.
Okay, well, that's fantastic because the foundation people, Jordan Castillo and Rachel Clark, that's our, as we're affinity member of the hospital, we're able to partner with them to go over and visit the kids at the hospital and just see some of the work they do. It's incredible, and it's so inspiring to watch the children do the work that they need to do in order to get better. And that's again our mission. You know, the mission of the Annihilator Running Club and the character Annihilator of childhood cancer, is to annihilate childhood cancer by raising money to support it, support cancer research, the hospitals, and cancer prevention. But it's really the way we do it is through these 5Ks, hosting events, and raising the awareness throughout the community. And that awareness that you have as a special needs background as a teacher, like that educator role is so critical, like to watch you guys, the work you do. So I want to applaud you. Big applaud to you.
I do it because we have fun.
Yes, ma'am.
I do. If it's not fun, I ain't gonna do it.
Well, it's your passion.
But and I love it because I like. I guess I'm not been grown up yet. I'm still the kid. I think yesterday one of our kids was chasing me around the room with a horse, with a plastic horse. Yeah. He was chasing me around the room with a horse. I was walking, he was running because he's short. Then the other kid was chasing me with a fish. I'm like, I'm actually running from kids with a fish.
Fish and horses.
If anybody would have came in the room, they would like, somebody's crazy in this room. Because we know what it looks like. But to someone else, they'd been like, really, she's running from a plastic horse. From a little midget, really. But I think it's fun. It was like they had fun. Yeah. I was tired, but they had fun. So
that was your high cardio.
There you go. I'm like getting my steps in there. But I enjoy what I do, and I'm glad that you're doing what you're doing, because the more of us do it, the more things get heightened and not swept under the carpet.
Yes, ma'am.
But what I want to ask you is, have you challenged anyone? Have you thrown out any challenges?
No.
To our bike clubs and the car clubs and all these fraternities that's supposed to do stuff and sororities. Have you thrown out that challenge?
No, I sure have not.
Okay.
Ms. Jones, but
time is now.
Okay.
Wait a minute, we're going to take a break.
Okay.
And we're going to come back, and then you're going to throw a challenge.
All right, good too. Yes, ma'am.